Many people said, oh, when you coach the Maggies, that's what footy was all about. You couldn't wait to get to see your team quick enough. And win, lose or draw, you walked out the place, yeah. You couldn't get to work quick enough to talk about your team. I was the first one at Collingwood who actually got in a position like that, who wasn't a Magpie person, but they were fantastic. And I felt that the players really responded great. And I suppose with the results that we had, the supporters were that way also. And I remember saying to the players, history and tradition's fantastic. It's great to belong to a club that's got, say, a proud history, but that's in the past. You've got to make your own. Maggies were on the bottom of the ladder, and I was hoping, and I think I was right, they would be self-motivated to finish the bottom of the ladder for the first time ever, this great club. And they went from bottom to top. It was absolutely sensational.
So what was your plan to achieve that?
Well, I just felt that we had to train a lot harder than what they obviously had been. And as everybody's aware, I'm very, very keen on the fitness side of it. And I suppose the Tigers trained very hard and had a very great success record and, say, a lot of premierships along that line. And I think the players were expecting something like that because they obviously, it's not nice finish on the bottom of the ladder. And particularly when people are saying this is the worst Magpie side that they can ever remember. Well, those things happen. Well, I think they proved that they had something, didn't they? The supporters were fantastic. They can see no wrong in their own. So one of the players could murder his mum and they'd probably say, oh, well, she had it coming. Yeah, that's along the line. That was just one of those sort of places. But it was disappointing to be sacked the way I was because I was there for 5 full years. We're in 5 grand finals. And they called me in and I said to myself, I know what they're going to say, don't take any of those articles. The rumours here, and because, mate, we're behind you to a man. They said, you got the sack. Now, there's not much good bitching about it. I didn't even speak to the press. It's not in me. Because to me, it's a big issue. To other people, it's a nothing. I had 1,000 letters from Collingwood supporters. 1,000 letters. It was unbelievable. They were so embarrassed. They said, you like what their club has done to me. But I got one, I kept it, written by Bob Ansett. He said, if you can recall, he said, commiseration call, but if you can recall when we were trying to entice you to come to North Melbourne and they offered me a 5-year contract, more than double the money I was getting at Collingwood. I said, how could man look in the mirror when he's got a contract, a shake of the hand incidentally, nothing on paper. Yeah, if your word's not good enough, where are you? Yeah, that's what he said. If you are made the scapegoat for Collingwood's deficiencies? I said, let's lie. Man's got to look at him. How can I be talking integrity, honesty, loyalty? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, grab the dough and go. And it was ironical too, when we got beaten the very next day. You wouldn't believe this. I get up to go for my run at 6 a.m. The Richmond officials out in the car. Come back to Tigerland. We want you back, name your own price. That's what they said. Yeah, I've just been beaten in the grand final. We've just been beaten in the grand final. I can't go. I'm on contract. Shake of the hand. I don't joke and I don't tell lies. That's exactly the way it was, yeah. And I got sacked probably 10 weeks into the following season. When you're looking for excuses, you find everything, don't you, if it comes to that? And a lot of the players who probably weren't big performers in the big games, they got something to put the blame on.